Hello guys, so today's video tag response is for the Retroholics. How retro are you? Vlog number 3. He sent me a message roughly about a week ago asking me to do a video response to this video. And this is kind of a 3-part question because it's really how far retro you go is basically how far back retro are you willing to collect? How far forward are you willing to buy and collect games for? And then kind of like what is your pinnacle of gaming? What is like the system and games that you absolutely love? Excuse me, still getting over the cough. If you want me to ask what to me is the best system I ever played of all time, for me, with memories and everything, would have to be none other than the Nintendo Entertainment. Well, get it right, huh? Nintendo Entertainment System right here. I originally first started playing video games on the Atari 2600 and PC, both probably relatively at the same time. And when the Atari 2600, when the crash happened over here, and everybody kept saying video game was a fad, video game was over, I wanted it not to be true. And when I first saw the commercial for the Nintendo Entertainment System, I literally ran into my parents' bedroom and said I needed this system, I wanted the system, and it meant that video gaming wasn't a fad. I absolutely was excited when this came out, and when I actually got this system, because like all parents, they went, we can't afford no entertainment system, you're not getting one of these. And then when we got it for Christmas, I was so excited. Not only does the system mean a lot to me, but just simply the box art. This is a game I haven't shown in a video. I just picked up a little while ago. Rad Racer. I absolutely love the box art of these games. And this system created the single best video game of all time for me, and that is Super Mario Bros. 3. This is my favorite video game of all time. Hands down, nothing even comes close to this game. No game I've ever played has beaten this game. So for me, that is the pinnacle of gaming. Even though I love the 16-bit generation, and I love the Atari 2600, the NES is... When I go into a retro game store, I always go by the NES aisle, and I always sometimes have to fight myself not picking up, because I could pick up any Nintendo Entertainment System game, because I rented almost all of them back in the day in my video store, because that's all me and my best friend did, was spend all of our allowance money on renting video games and playing them. Now, how far forward would I go? I'll never not have one current generation console. I always love seeing the new things they're going to do, graphically, gameplay, now with online play, to see all the changes that are evolving and coming to games, especially like the free-to-play. How is that going to affect the next generation going forward? I always love to play. I can play almost any video game. It's very rare there's a game I actually hate. There's a couple I don't care for, but to hate, where I can actually play it. See, I understand what they were trying to do, and I love the story of the making of that game, and I love the history of video games. So for all that stuff, having this game on the shelf for me is a part of history, and there's a story behind it, not just, here's a game, throw it on my shelf, it's worth this much money, or, it's a game of a system I want to collect, even though I'm never going to play it. To me, the history, and I do intend on playing it, every game I get, eventually. I'll always own a current generation system. I may not have all of them. Later on down the road, I may pick the others up and get the games. Because to me, every game system has at least a couple good games. Whether it be the CDI, maybe it's the N-Gage, maybe a Sega CD, depending on what system you think is not good. There's at least a couple good games on each of these systems. I at least love to play those, if nothing else. Though I'll always pick up video games for all the systems I have, whether I've never played them or not, whether I've heard bad things about them, because I want to experience those games and the stories of those games. And to me, that's the fun part of owning video games. And so I always collect video games. And I'll always play. I mean, I love to enjoy playing video games on the iOS and Android, and of course like Steam on the PC. I enjoy playing video games, even Facebook games. Any platform there's a game, I enjoy playing it. And so for me, it's always about the games and playing them, experiencing them. No matter, I know some people cut off a certain generation. For me, I'll never cut off. The only way I can see myself actually thinking about not participating in a generation would be the generation where every single system goes digital. Then that would be the generation I might very well decide to take off and go back to collecting retro games And not necessarily that I would even stop playing game them. I would just have to adjust the idea that there is no longer going to be a physical copy of the game. As long as there's at least one system making physical copies, I would support that system. So guys, hope you guys liked my tag response video. If you like, go check out his video, leave a tag response, and I will talk to you guys later.